Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today I'm going to be sitting down to do a soft glam makeup tutorial. Now I've been seeing so much of the soft glam go around and I really think that it's kind of a look that's perfect for beginners in my opinion. So we're going to be doing that today. It's a beginner friendly look. Now disclaimer you guys, if you guys are wondering why I'm like looking up, it's because I'm trying to see if I'm in focus because I'm using my G7X to film this tutorial. Unfortunately, the other day when I was filming my Mr. Price review video, I dropped my camera, not on the floor, but it fell and I caught it by the lanyard and it hit the ring light. And now the lens just has not been the same again. So until I buy a new one, we are going to be rocking with the G7X. So if the angles are weird and if I'm looking up, please do bear with me. I'm just trying to make sure I'm in focus and you guys can see me and all that stuff. So yeah, now that technicality is out of the way, let's get into this video. Okay, so I kind of pulled out my NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I haven't used this in so long, so I feel like maybe I must try and use this today because a soft glam look is all about matte skin and all that stuff, you know. So first we're gonna go in with this Essence primer. Now, I haven't actually used this on camera before, I don't think, but I've actually been really enjoying it. This is the Hydrating and Perfecting Primer. It has SPF 20, which is really good. Oh, let me actually get some product in here. And yes, I have not done my brows off of camera for a change. Also, you guys, it is so hot. It's getting overcast now, so I apologize if the lighting is going to change. But I have some iced coffee. I don't really drink coffee that often, but I feel like tea needs to be warm or hot, and coffee can be ice. I am so tempted to go in with my Benefit Brow Styler, but I'm gonna try and keep this full on affordable. Okay, I have this Super Last Eyebrow Pomade Pencil from Essence, and this is what I'm gonna use to fill in my eyebrows. I decided to leave one window open today because it's so hot, and apparently all the birds and everything in the background is making noise, so I apologize if there's some background noise in this video. This pomade pencil is in the shade dark brown. I don't know if they specifically still have this pencil because Essence is continuously changing up the ranges and stuff. So next, to clean up my eyebrows, I'm just going to keep this in the video, especially for all the beginners out there. I'm going to go in with my Camouflage Concealer. This is in the shade Golden Toffee. I'm literally just going to clean off my brush just a little bit because a lot of product can tend to be on this brush. And I'm just going to hug the bottom of my eyebrow just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna go in with a brush and just clean it up. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with primer, and I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser and just sort of smooth it out. I mean, this is one of the best primers at the drugstore. If you guys have not tried it, it is the bomb diggity. Okay, usually I look in my viewfinder like in that direction, but now I have to look at it on the top. Just bear with me, you guys. I really need to get another lens. For foundation today, like I said, I haven't reached for my NYX Total Control Drop Foundation in such a long time. This is in the shade Golden Honey. Golden Honey. Golden Honey. It was already opened. No! I have foundation everywhere right now.
6.5 hours later.
Okay guys, that was me absent-mindedly opening the dropper and then deciding to shake it, forgetting that I opened it. But anyway, and I broke the dropper, so I'm not going to put this back in the bottle because if there is some shards, I don't want to get it into the foundation or contaminate the foundation. So anyway, the show needs to get back onto the road. I had foundation all over my floor, which I literally just cleaned up. And I had it on my table, which is white. I had it on my fan, which is white. And yeah, it was not a vibe, guys. Don't be absent-minded when you're doing your makeup. Anyway, so I guess I'm gonna have to decant this foundation into another bottle and possibly maybe repurchase this foundation if I really like it, you know. I hate myself so much right now. I feel like this past week has just been me just like breaking things. Like my lens is not working properly anymore, and now my foundation bottle dropped. And I'm usually somebody that's so careful and so like responsible, so the fact that this is happening to me, I'm so mad at myself. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna put this foundation on the back of a palette because it is really liquidy, so it's gonna literally run off my hand. We're just gonna we're gonna soldier through this whole process, you guys. I'm gonna pick the foundation up on a definer brush, just hug my brow with it. By the way, this is the shade Golden Honey. I'm just gonna switch to a sponge because it's easier with this consistency of foundation. This is very liquidy, so you almost need a sponge because a brush can create streaks. Is there any of you that still use the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation? I honestly used it for a while and then I think I just forgot about it. Like, I found it in my collection when I was looking for foundations this morning and I was like, hey, let's take it back to old school, you know what I mean? I definitely decanted way too much product onto my palette. Now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade 30. And I'm just going to highlight the center of my face. And to add more coverage to this, now you can obviously go in with the Essence Concealer, but I want to go in with this combination. So this is the NYX with the Maybelline Fit Me. Oh, I forgot to do our upper lip with the Fit Me. Whoops. I am feeling like I should restart this video so badly, but no. Let's just get into it so you guys can see how difficult sometimes filming days are and how all these technical difficulties happen, but you still gotta keep pushing, you gotta keep going, you know? Gotta do what you gotta do. I'm using the Switch Beauty sponge, which is like my holy grail. It just works so well. And it's so soft and it gets into all the nooks and crannies. Okay, so next I'm going to be taking my Revolution Luxury Banana Powder. Now I did decant this in a different powder container just because it makes my life a little easier. And I'm going to bake under my eyes, center of my forehead, bridge of my nose, upper lip, chin. Okay, because we're going to keep this tutorial all affordable, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. This is in the shade 340, and I use this as a bronzing powder. So I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my face with this. And I really like how nice and warm this shade is. But that's just my preference. I really like a warm bronzer shade, because I feel like it gives you like that sun-kissed bronzed look. And ever since I started bronzing, I don't think I would ever go back to not bronzing. It makes such a big difference on your face as a whole. It just ties everything together. Your face doesn't look too flat, too one-dimensional, which is really nice. And honestly, especially the drugstore, they're really coming through and providing some amazing bronzing products as of late. So, you know, they're making it a lot more accessible to get good bronzers for an affordable price, which I really appreciate. Now, because we're not going to go too much into highlighting and all of that stuff, we really want to go in and chisel out the nose area. First, I need to fix my dry lip situation, because this is not cute though. Foundation lips for me is not the vibe. I know I have pigmented lips, but having foundation on your lips just really dries them out, and I'm not keen on that. So I'm going to go in with my Kiki Beauty Rose X Lip Balm. I want to go in and chisel out the nose area because I need some contouring. Now, I find with my specific nose shape, I can't really get away with hugging my highlight right against the nose. Like, it just looks very unnatural, so I stopped doing that. But I do like baking down the bridge of my nose with my luxury banana powder. So I know it looks a little untidy now, but we're gonna go ahead and fix it in a second. I'm gonna pick up some of this powder, and I'm just going to clean up the sides of that bake, just to sort of chisel it out a little bit, just to perfect that nose contour a little bit as well. Okay, so that is it for the face for now. We'll come back to the face because we do want to add some blush to just accentuate the cheeks. I'm going to go in with a little bit of powder and just add a little bit more under the eyes because we are going to go in with eyeshadow and we do not want anything to fall out on our concealer foundation situation. Okay, that rhymed. Okay, now we're going to move on to eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using the Revolution Flawless 4 palette. Sorry, my palette is dirty. And I really want to use this palette because it has quite a good amount of neutrals and all of that stuff, and it's affordable. Once again, this is an affordable tutorial. So for primer, I'm going to go in with this Camouflage Concealer from Essence. Again, this is in the shade Golden Toffee, and I'm just going to use this to prime my eyelids. I feel like it is such a good formula of concealer where it is perfect to use as a primer. I mean, you can also use the eyeshadow primers that Essence has, but just be sparing with them. A little goes a long way, whether you're using a concealer or a primer. Okay, so for blending my eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with my Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. Now, Sigma sent this to me and it has been such a help. I've really been reaching for these brushes. You can also use the Color 311 blending brush. This will work just as well, and this is very inexpensive, but I prefer this one, so I'm using this one. I'm going to go in with the shade, oh my god, there's so many shades to choose from. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Drop. So the natural soft sorry, not the natural, I was gonna say the natural glam. So these soft glam makeup tutorials are basically looks where the eyes are full matte. It is like an everyday wearable sort of makeup look. There is no highlighting, nothing too like crazy. And I feel like this is perfect for like the everyday woman. Perfect for those of you who are at campus and you just want a matte look, especially now that it's summertime. I mean, some people feel like highlighter on their upper lip makes them look like they're sweating. Personally, I don't have that problem. I like the highlight on the upper lip because when I overdraw, it kind of adds some accentuation to the top lip. But everyone's different, you know, each to their own. Don't forget to blend the eyeshadow on your lower lash line. If you look up while blending the eyeshadow, your eyeball sort of protrudes, and then when you hit that brush on the lower lash line, you can even look up here with your mirror. It literally just touches where you need it to touch. Now, if you guys want to, you can stop at this step right here, but I'm going to go a step further, and for those of you who are beginners, I'm going to teach you guys a trick. I remember mentioning this in my older videos, but I haven't really been mentioning it as of late. I'm going to take these two shades right here. Actually, let me mix these two shades right here, and I'm going to mix them together. Let me just tell you what their names are quickly. It's the shades Dahlia and Sunday, and one is like a yellow tone matte and the other one is a pinky tone matte, and I just like mixing them. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is the Kala 313 brush, and I'm just going to pat it on the brow bone. Now when you do this, it not only mattifies the brow bone, but it sets your brow bone in place, and it basically prevents you from blending up too high, because you're setting this entire brow bone area, right? And then when you go in with your eyeshadow and you're blending, it makes it easier when there is already a color down, because it won't stick to your brow bone as harshly, and it creates a seamless blend on the brow bone. I really hope that's making sense. So I think the next shade we're going to go in with is Candle, which is this reddish sort of brown shade. It looks reddish brown on camera actually, but it's slightly darker than the initial shade we went in with. And I'm going to take the same blending brush, just pack it lower down onto my lid and blend it into my crease to just merge with everything. You can see the comparison, it's just slightly darker. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the lid shades, and the lid obviously needs to be something that is more matte. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this shade. I'm going to start off with this shade, which is Sunday, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of Dahlia in it, and we're going to see how it works out. So this is just the shade Sunday that I'm using on a clean eyeshadow brush, because we don't want to transfer any non-matte shades onto the lid. I think Sunday is working pretty well. Now if you want to, and this is obviously completely optional, you can go in with a dome brush like this. This is from the Morphe 12-piece eye collection, and just take a darker brown like this shade right here. This is called Burn It, and just sort of run this along your lash line. Just ever so slightly, just to create some depth on the eye. You see the difference between this side and this side? It's just something that's super subtle but really makes such a big difference. And I'm only going to do this on the top lash line. I wouldn't recommend putting a pencil down first, because it makes it more emphasized and obviously a little bit more darker. So you want to go in with a little product at a time and just use light fluffy motions, just blend back and forth. Absolutely stunning. So that is the eyes done. I mean, you can go in to just brighten up the inner corners if you really want to, and you can go in with a matte shade. I'm going to go in with Sunday again, and you can just brighten up your inner corners. I'm actually going to do this step because I have a little bit of deep set eyes, so I need a little bit of brightening to just make my eyes look like brought forward, you know. Okay, so for mascara, we're going to take it a little old school, and I'm going to be going in with my Essence Lash Princess Mascara, this purple one. It's my absolute favorite, and I'm just going to apply this to my top and bottom eyelashes. Okay, and another thing, I think I saw Jackie Aina do this on her soft glam video. So I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl gel liner pencil. This is in the shade white, and I am just going to line my lower waterline. I really hope you guys can see this on camera because it's so beautiful in real life that I'm like, hello, hi, what's poppin'? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Switch Beauty Beach Brow. This is in the shade 0, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just set my eyebrows into place. I feel like honestly this is the best affordable brow product you will find on the market. Every other brow product I have tried doesn't seem to work as well as Switch Beauty, or Benefit for that matter. So okay, so now we're gonna go in and just dust away all of the bake. Just gonna go lightly and just dust any excess powder on the face away. I'm not going to be too aggressive when I'm doing this because I still want there to be definition on my face. That looks super nice. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with blush. Now you can totally skip this step. I mean, I think with the amount of definition I have going on my face, I could completely just go in with lips, walk out the door, and be done. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker blush. This is called Hot Cheeks. I'm probably going to have to be very light-handed with this because these blushes are very pigmented, but I just want some color on my cheek area. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of blush. Now, I am somebody who cannot live without highlight, so the fact that I am not going to be putting highlight on today is going to scare me a lot, but I actually really like the way this makeup looks. Okay, so now it is time for lips, and I'm going to go in with a matte lip. You can obviously go in with a glossy lip. I just think a whole matte look would actually be such a vibe. So I'm going to go in with a lip pencil that is not as dark as like a dark brown, but it's still going to give us some definition on the lips. So I'm going to go in with Wet n Wild Chestnut. And I remember seeing, I think I saw Shantae Poppy. If you guys don't follow her, she is the bomb diggity. And she is a lot more consistent with nail tutorials than I am. So definitely check her out. But I think I saw her using this. And then I was like, hey, that would actually be a good addition to my lip collection. And then I'm going to go in with this Danny Cosmetics Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Lulu. And I really, really love this shade. I think it's going to complement my eyeshadow really well. This is what the soft glam makeup looks like. I'm going to go ahead off of camera, and obviously this is optional. I'm going to go ahead off of camera, put on some lashes, and I will be right back. You guys obviously can finish it off here, walk out the door, and this is like perfection, really. It is so pretty. I'll be right back. My camera is also flashing, so I need to charge the battery, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Okay guys, so I'm actually using the cherry lashes from the Hebe Beauty summer collection. It's absolutely stunning, and I felt like super natural to go along with this look. So I actually really love the way this turned out, and I really want to do more soft glam looks because I feel like this is so wearable for like weddings, for like day-to-day makeup and all that stuff, and you can really change up the colors and just really experiment with the kind of makeup looks you want to create and how you want to match them to your outfits and all of that stuff for day-to-day wear. So that is it for this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this soft glam tutorial. I am definitely going to be rocking the no highlight makeup looks in future. So that is it for this video. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to stay all day every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.